Oh, hello, this is Tak Chung from Walk with Tak. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and share. Feel free to write to me at walkwithtak@gmail.com if you have any question regarding to this video or any other videos that I have posted in the past. If you have any video that you would like me to make, please let me know. I'm looking forward to hearing from you. If you enjoy chicken and mushroom stir fry, this will be a dish for you. You might want to take a close look. Now, there are many different ways to cook chicken with mushroom, and these different ways will help you to make your home cooking interesting. Now, in this particular approach, the chicken and mushroom is cooked with a heavy sauce. Now, sauce is an important aspect of stir frying. However, you can adjust the different type of sauces. You can make the sauce a little bit thicker or thinner. I think it all depends on how you want to use the sauce for. Now, this is, in fact, is the purpose of my fast cooking system, which stands for flavor chasing, advanced prepping, stir frying, and template-based cooking. This cooking system provides many advantages. Probably one of the most important advantages is that it makes it feasible to fit in your lifestyle. No matter what your lifestyle is, as long as you have something between 20 to 30 minutes, you will be able to put a meal on the table using all fresh ingredients and cook from scratch. And through this approach, this is what makes home cooking become part of your daily routine, so you can use home cooking as a viable alternative to fast and ultra-processed food. Now, this cooking system has based on most significant aspect of this cooking system is advanced prepping. Advanced prepping basically is a process that will allow you to prep food ingredients in advance. Now, it has many advantages. One of the most significant advantages is that it will allow you to control the amount of different ingredients that you want to put in a dish. For example, through advanced prepping, you will be able to portion your chicken in such a way that you can use the chicken as a condiment rather than as a main ingredient. And the idea is to cut the chicken up into the sizes that you want before you freeze them. So when you freeze the chicken, it will allow you to freeze them in the amount that you want. And in most of the cases, you will find that freezing them in 8-ounce portion will be just right for you use chicken as a condiment. And it not only will help you to control the amount of proteins that you're going to take in, but it also will allow you to eat more vegetables. Because when you combine the chicken with vegetables, you will enjoy the vegetable more. Particularly, you are just starting to try to eat more vegetables. But at the same time, it will help you to regulate the amount of protein that you're going to take in. And you can always use more or less depending on how you like it. Another advantage is that by freezing the chicken in such a way, you will be able to have chicken anytime you want. Because now you can thaw out your chicken in less than 10 minutes and you are ready to cook. So this will help you to make home cooking as part of your daily routine. Now, for this particular dish, I'm going to coat the chicken with a thin layer of cornstarch. The cornstarch actually play a significant role. Most importantly is that it will allow you to dry out the chicken so you can sear it more effectively. Another way is that it will help you to create the chicken with a nice thin layer of breading. And this makes the chicken more tasty as well as to keep the chicken moist and tender inside. Now, this dish, I'm also going to use some mushroom. Mushroom goes really well with chicken. And for this particular dish, the mushroom that I choose to use is a portobello mushroom. Again, advanced prepping plays a critical role because I already have the mushroom cut up, and therefore when I'm ready to cook, all I need to do is find it in the refrigerator. That's one ingredient usually is not good to prep in advance, that is pepper. Because once you cut up the pepper, the moisture in the pepper will cause the pepper to lose its freshness. So I always cut the mushroom up before I start to cook. I'm going to cook this dish in my Cuisina 14-inch stainless steel wok. Now, the reason for using this particular wok is because of its large flat surface area. This allows me to use the wok almost like a small frying pan. In fact, the bottom surface area of this wok is about 7 to 8 inches across. And because of this reason, quite often this wok is referred to as a stir-fry pan. And this allows me to spread out the chicken. As you notice here, instead of using a wok spatula, I use a pair of long-handled tongs. This will allow me to spread out the chicken on the surface of the wok. This will fry the chicken on one side, and this will create a slight crispy texture because of the cornstarch that I have used to coat the chicken. And next, I use a wok spatula to finish cooking the chicken. The second step is that I simply stir fry the chicken. The chicken is about 50 to 60% done. And next is I'm going to add the pepper, which I cut up earlier. And the wonderful thing about stir frying is that you can always control how much you want to cook your food ingredients. Controlling the texture is relatively simple in the case of stir frying. And in this case, I want to only slightly to cook the pepper. I like the pepper to remain its crispy texture. And okay, now the dish is done. I'm going to set it aside because now I'm going to make the sauce for the dish. One of the commonest ways to make a sauce in stir fry is to use cornstarch. And I'm going to use about 1 part of cornstarch to 2 parts of water. I check the bottle, make sure that the cornstarch is well suspended in the water. Next, I'm going to make the cornstarch gravy by pouring the cornstarch water suspension directly into the wok. A cornstarch turned out to be probably the best way for making a sauce in the case of stir frying because the cornstarch gravy forms very rapidly, and you can easily adjust the consistency of the gravy by adding water to it. As you can see in here, this is much thicker than what I would like. So in order to thin it out, I add some hot water. And you can continue to add water until you reach the consistency that you want. Quite often, it is better to start out thicker than you would like because you can always thin it out. But it is much harder for you to make it thick again. So the next is that I'm going to add the mushroom to it. Now the pot-and-barrel mushroom require only very little time to cook. Basically what I'm doing now is making a mushroom gravy. The mushroom will give great flavor to the gravy, and at the same time, cooking the mushroom is just very lightly, and this is perfect for this purpose. And next, I'm going to season the gravy with a combination of oyster sauce as well as some soy sauce. Again, you can season it in many different ways how you like it. There's many options, but this seems to be the combination that I am looking for. So, okay. Now you finish making this gravy, and the mushroom work out really well. And you notice that the mushroom only very lightly cooked, and that seems to me is the perfect way to make this mushroom gravy. Now this mushroom gravy can be used for many different purposes, not just only for this dish. But what I'm showing you here is that a basic template of how to make a gravy. In fact, you can use this mushroom gravy if you would like for Thanksgiving turkey as well, or for mashed potato. You probably wonder why I did not cook the gravy together with the chicken. And the reason is very simple, because by cooking the gravy separate from the chicken, I'm able to keep the chicken with that crispy breading that I have done earlier. So right now, I'm going to incorporate the chicken into the dish by adding the chicken directly to the gravy. Now in this case, the gravy will just coat the chicken, but it will still retain that texture that I'm looking for the purpose of stir frying. Otherwise, the chicken will be almost like you are boiled in water. And so this distinction is really important. And this provides you with a culinary experience due to the contrast between the chicken and the sauces as well as the mushroom. Now this dish is very useful as a template because the gravy that you created can be used to go over rice or go over noodles, almost like a spaghetti sauce. So you can replace the chicken with pork or with shrimp, and you can see many different options how you can make this dish to apply for different type of situations. And not all stir-fried dishes require gravy, and there are many different approach of how you create gravy. However, if you do need a gravy, this will be a good approach for you to take. I post a video each day to demonstrate how to use the fast cooking system to help you to make home cooking as part of your daily routine. So that is practical, efficient, creative, and fun. If you'd like to learn more about my fast cooking system, please subscribe to this YouTube channel. So keep on cooking, and I will see you tomorrow.